Hi, I have a 2010 Kawasaki FR651V 22 horsepower V-twin. It just started surging as low RPM. I have clean 100% gas, fuel filter was changed about 30 days ago and the air cleaner is clean and new. Looks like the governor is possibly the problem, but before hauling to shop I wonder if there is another possible issue causing the surge. I have clean fuel, new coils, new plugs, new fuel pump, new fuel lines, new carb. I'm at a loss. Each part made it a tiny better and ultimately I'm back to square one.
When did you last clean or perform maintenance on your Kawasaki engine?
Last month is when everything was swapped.
How long has this been going on with your Kawasaki engine? What have you tried so far?
Also adjusted the lash on the valves at that time.
Anything else we should know to help you best?
New air filter was also added. I only use ethanol-free gas. I did notice with the new carb it seems to start very rich, but don't know if I can adjust that. The problem itself started when the mower was new. It was corrected by adjusting the coil gap, ran fine for year until recently. That is when I swapped everything. The fuel pump and lines fixed most everything, then the problem started again and the carb was replaced and now it is doing it again. It seems like a fueling issue, but I have fixed everything possible fuel related.
Low speed surge, at idle, typically is caused by lean fuel mixture. But to eliminate governor, you can get the engine to where it surges, and then with a finger or screwdriver, touch the throttle lever on the carburetor to prevent it from moving. If the surge goes away and the engine runs fine otherwise, it would be a governor hunting issue, requiring possible governor readjustment. However, if the engine starts to sputter, misfire or stall when the throttle lever is held steady from moving, it indicates lean fuel mixture, or an air leak after the throttle, mounting gaskets, cracks in manifold, worn throttle lever shaft. Carburetor should have an adjustment screw, usually with a limiter, to slightly adjust the idle mixture. Turning that out may resolve it, otherwise possibly carburetor has a slight obstruction or float level is incorrect. One other thing you can try is see if you can manually close the choke lever little by little and see if engine smooths out. If it does, then it's definitely a fueling issue.
Engine runs eliminating the governor. I adjusted the only screw on the carb which helped, but there is no air fuel adjustment screws on this carb. Once I began mowing it started sputtering and dying.
Okay, so under load it runs worse. In the shop we would do a power balance test to see if it is running equally on both cylinders. It may possibly be running on only one cylinder. If you have a pair of insulated pliers you can test it when running. Pop off spark plug wire from spark plugs one at a time and note how the engine speed drops. If it stays running about the same when disconnecting one plug wire, say cylinder 1, and slows down a lot or dies when disconnecting plug wire from the other side, with cylinder 1 plug wire back in place, then you have an engine running on only one cylinder. Could be a hanging valve or dropped valve seat, blown head gasket, bad spark plug or faulty ignition module. Since changing things around seems to help in some way sometimes, it may very well be one of those rather than a fueling problem in the carburetor.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.